Honorable Joachim Henry, Minister for Social Justice and Equity, commenced the parliamentary debate of the 2024-2025 appropriation bill with rousing commendation for the efforts of his government to support and empower vulnerable members of society. According to Minister Henry, through the assistance of the Ministry for Infrastructure, the Lucia Social Development Fund allocated roughly $1.3 million towards the empowerment of at-risk groups, such as single mothers with substantial household renovations, expansion support, and utilities. As the Equity Minister, Honorable Joachim Henry remains dedicated to the people, championing the transparency of finance allocation of these budgetary proceedings.
This budget presentation speaks to a deliberate effort to invest in social mobility, address systemic injustices, and create avenues for empowerment for historically excluded or disregarded, which should be our top priority. I implore our citizens, therefore, to engage in this budget discussion with practicality, empathy, and compassion. In so doing, we shall be mindful to use best practices, stakeholders' involvement, evidence-based practice, and solutions to inform our decisions and guide our policies.
Minister Henry went on to explain that the most efficient way to identify and assist low-income individuals is through their households, a philosophy which has led to this equitable initiative.
Anyone who has done an analysis or a poverty assessment or a survey of household living condition, one of the strong indicators of poverty is the condition of persons' homes. And if you visit them at their homes, you would see the number of persons who have a small basin, a little bucket here and there, catching water to prevent their homes from being flooded. The government of St. Lucia is committed to improving the living conditions of people experiencing poverty, and the SSDF Housing Assistance Program is one of the initiatives that reflects government commitment to addressing the housing challenges on this island. Mr. Speaker, it is the first time, Mr. Speaker, that government did not just make allocation and leave it at the whims and fancies for parliamentarians or politicians to assist individuals. But there was a program, a social housing program led by the minister responsible for housing in St. Lucia, where persons received assistance to improve their housing conditions.
Furthermore, Minister Henry expressed the need to further this initiative as quality households and living conditions have positive rippling effects on the community.
Some people take lightly or do not understand what it means when you assist somebody's home. Mr. Speaker, there are times when you visit or when you hear the story of a young lady has left home underage and you visit the housing condition. You tend to put a relationship with children living homes and their housing conditions. When you improve, when the home condition is better, children are prepared to stay home. Of course, when the housing conditions are not good, and other persons can whisper in their ears, I can take you somewhere else better, children are tempted to leave home because of the housing conditions doesn't allow for children to stay home. When this government invests in improving households, we invest in actually allowing children to stay at home. And that includes their protection, that reduces their vulnerability. So housing assistance goes a long way in mitigating the effects of poverty on homes and all of the ills that's associated with vulnerability.
Under the guidance of Honorable Philip J. Pierre's administration, the Minister for Equity and Social Justice will continue to further and bolster initiatives seeking to assist low-income families and individuals, as all St. Lucians should be recognized and aided with government finance. For Choice News Now, this is Obi Offor reporting.